Most small businesses today will have a website. They're either having one built or they've already got one online. But are they actually helping your business grow? Are they delivering leads? Is the site fast? And is it optimized for mobile usage? In today's video, I'm going to show you the top three mistakes that are costing you leads and forcing you to leave a lot of money on the table. So let's dive into it. One of the first things that we notice whenever a new website is launched is it's quick, it's speedy, it loads well. Essentially, it is like having a brand new computer. However, over time, what we begin to find is images are uploaded that aren't quite ready for web usage. There's more plugins on the website. The website all of a sudden has a lot more different bits and pieces than what it had when it was first designed and developed. So with all these bits and pieces being added, that's going to start to slow down the website, certainly with images that have not been optimized for web usage. And the more plugins that we're adding to the website, the more requests that web page has to make. This problem therefore leads to low rankings on Google and essentially means that your visitors are going to walk away. Visitors will typically wait no more than 3 seconds for your website to load and no more than 5 seconds to get a message of about essentially who you are and how you can help them with their problem. So what's the fix? Well, the fix is relatively simple. The first one is we can simply install a cache plugin on your website that will essentially solve most of the problem onto the actual system. However, there is a caveat to that, and there is also a clear indication of what that is we're using a plugin. So it's still going to have to make another request to get more resources and more bits and pieces from wherever the plugin has been developed by. So have a look at things like the server cache and see what can be produced there. That is ideally one way in which we can solve that problem is by using the server cache, optimizing images, not using as many plugins as required. Often as business owners, we install so many different plugins on the website. Well, actually, do we need them? Or are we just having them because they're nice to have or because one of our friends in business also told us about this great new plugin which does everything we want it to? So really think about what you're going to use the plugin for and also the resources that are going to be required to run the plugin and equally ensure your images are optimized in the correct formats. The next one is also looking at things like poor mobile optimization. So what do I mean by this? Often a lot of people are accessing their device. In fact, 60% of all global website traffic comes from people looking on their mobile devices, whether that be a smartphone, whether it be on their iWatch, whatever it may be, they are accessing your website normally when they're on the go. A website doesn't look good on mobile devices is going to drive away potential clients. With that, it then has a caveat effect to that is essentially you're also going to be marked down again lower in the Google rankings. Google is going to prioritize mobile friendly websites over a website that is not mobile friendly. So we've already got two major things that are going to hit your rankings. The first one is a slow website speed, and the second one is a mobile and unmobile friendly website. So you really need to ensure that your website is mobile friendly. There are various tools available for this, from Google's developer tools all the way through to literally picking up your phone and very simply going onto your website and taking a look at essentially how does it look? Is it stacking? Is the call to action clear? And more importantly, does it look good? That leads me nicely onto point three in this video. When a web visitor comes to your website, essentially, we don't know who they are, what they're doing, where they're from. We don't know any information. All we know is we have a visitor on our website. However, visitors need very clear calls to action. They need clear directions. Essentially, what do you want them to do now you've got them on your website? It's all well and good getting them there. What are you going to do now to essentially either A, keep them there, or B, convert them into something more tangible? And when I use that word tangible, I mean essentially you want either a lead or you want them to essentially buy your product, download a resource, sign up to a newsletter. You want them to perform some kind of action. Every web page that is on your website ideally is a perfect location to have a clear call to action. Your meet the team pages could include contact forms, so essentially reach out to members of staff. Your service pages could include literally a lead gen form to book in book in a call. Your contact form is exactly what's in the tin to reach out to you. And all of these calls to action essentially convert that visitor number into something more tangible. It gives you a name of the person and it gives you an email address of the person. without any kind of calls to action on a website. Visitors simply visit your website, have a look around, and off they go. They need hand holding. And by that, I mean literally walking them through the individual parts of your website, letting everything flow as you expect, and right at the end, give them a very clear indication. Now you've read all of my content, now you've digested all these bits and pieces. What is the next step? For most of us, it's going to be sending them an ebook, signing up to a newsletter, getting them to buy a product. So, add a very clear call to action on key pages on your website. So, ensure you've got buttons that say get your free consultation with a form. Ensure you've got download a guide with a form. And behind these forms, have the automation tools that we often see on email marketing applications already set. So you haven't got to sit there and send 100 copies of your ebook to individual email addresses. Have it automated so you can simply send out your newsletter or the resource, and that way it frees you up. Obviously, with online stores, it's a bit different. You've got to get it into the cart, check out. But again, when they check out, they need to have order confirmation that you've received the order and information about when are they going to get their order. There's nothing worse than being told, "We've had your order, thank you very much," but there's no information about when I'm going to get it. And today, certainly in today's world, people want their products today, not so much tomorrow anymore. It's now about how much can I get today. So those were the three simple fixes that you can make that can help your website work harder for you. If your website isn't generating leads, isn't bringing anything to the party, then it is essentially costing you money. If you want to dive deeper and get a personalized audit of your website, that is exactly what I'm offering, a completely free website consultation. All you need to do is hit the link below and literally pop in your name and email address, and I will get back to you in regards to essentially setting up a consultation with you. We're also running an event at the end of February, February the 20th, which is a Thursday, I believe. And it's all around focusing on website strategy, essentially generating leads, how we can improve websites, and also bits and pieces around what are others doing to essentially generate leads for their website. So if that all sounds great to you, hit the subscribe button.